Hi, welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel. But today I'm doing a fun Christmas vlog because Christmas is Sunday and today is Wednesday. It is the 21st. So let me talk about some books that I'm going to be reading. So the first book, and this is a book I'm currently reading, is The Holiday Trap by Rowan Parrish. It is a really fun book and it really follows like two people swapping houses for the holidays. I mean, how fun is that? And they live in very different parts of the country, so it's very cute so far. And then the second book I want to read is One Last Gift by Emily Stone. This one is shorter, but it's also, it seems like it's gonna like hit, you know. So we're gonna see, and these books are both really pretty. So let's spend some time together during the Christmas season. Okay, so today's actually like the perfect reading weather. It is so gloomy outside and it's supposed to rain like all day today and all day tomorrow. This is my dog. He's decided that he wants to sit with me this morning. Say hi. He's a little standoffish. So I've been reading more of The Holiday Trap. This book is really so good. I'm only on chapter 12, but like page 165, and it's so adorable. So it's basically just about these two people that live in different parts of the country, and for one reason or another they both feel like they just need to escape, and so they both switch houses for a month during the holiday season, and they fall in love with their new location. So yeah, we're gonna do some more reading. He's been such a good reading companion this morning. He's been sitting with me. He's just such a good little puppy. Isn't that right? Isn't that right, Charlie? Are you such a nice puppy? Are you such a good reading companion? Yeah? I don't think he thinks he is. Or he doesn't know he is. But yeah. Yeah. Sometimes I randomly remember that I have a bath and that I can read in the bath, and I think today is the perfect weather to read in the bath because it is still super gloomy and it's cold, and I had to go outside and now I'm freezing and I'm wet from the rain because it's like cold misty rain, and so a nice bath when reading sounds perfect. So we're gonna do that and hopefully get some more reading done. Okay, so it's a lot later today and I have a bit of an update. I finished, well, I DNF'd The Holiday Trap by Rowan Parrish, and I have some thoughts about this book. So I really loved the synopsis of the book. It's advertised as a holiday book, and it does take place during the holidays. It takes place mainly during the month of December, right before both Hanukkah and Christmas and during Hanukkah and Christmas. However, it is not actually a holiday book. The advertising it as a holiday book is really deceiving because yes, it does take place during the holidays, but the holidays are only mentioned in brief passing. There's nothing actually holiday-y about the book, which is really disappointing, especially if you're going into this wanting a nice fun holiday romance, because it is not a holiday romance. Also, with the author wanting to do two different not only point of views but stories, I feel like that really put the book at a disadvantage because she really did not have as much time to flesh out the characters and the romances as she would have if the book was only dedicated to one character. And it really felt lacking, especially with Greta and her story. I did not like the people Greta ended up surrounding herself with. For the most part, I did not like Karis, who is Greta's love interest. She's just not very nice, and she's not nice to Greta at all. She really like, so Greta does something that's really nice for Karis, and it's really thoughtful. And honestly, if anyone did this to me, I would cry of happiness. But Karis just reprimands Greta and just like rips into Greta. And whenever Greta like opens up to her about things with her family, Karis kind of like gives away, like talks about her own experience, kind of not as a I understand, like this is what happened to me, but more as a, well, what happened to me was worse than what happened to you. And it just always rubbed me the wrong way whenever Karis would bring up her childhood, because it was always kind of, in a way, it sounded as a way to like make Greta feel bad about complaining for her own family. And that does happen. When Karis at one point is talking about what like her childhood, Greta literally is like, wow, really, I should not be complaining about my life. Because like, no. Truman's story was a lot better. I really liked Truman. His romance was very cute and adorable, but I did DNF it with less than 100 pages left, which is pretty sad, especially since I never DNF books. Once I get a little over halfway, that's it. I have to finish the book. But the ending was just so boring. Nothing was happening, and I was just like, I cannot read even 10 more pages of this. It was really bad, but I heard a lot of people DNF'd it around the same spot. So that was the first book, my first Christmas book done. And I don't know, I've never read a Rowan Parrish book, but this kind of gave me a bad taste in my mouth. Not the best. It's over 400 pages, when it really should not have been. But yes, one book done. So now we're gonna be starting our second holiday book, which is One Last Love by Emily Stone. I know this definitely is a Christmas book. You're gonna see like the cover is a lot more Christmassy, and also there's a little bow on the back, and the main plot of the story is a lot more Christmassy, hopefully, than the last book, seeing as it is about Cassie and her brother Tom. I'm assuming it's her brother, and they both lost their parents at a young age and so were really close, and eventually kind of created their own family with Tom's friends, including one of them, Sam. But Cassie ends up losing Tom, and so she kind of distances herself with everyone, like they kind of just drift apart, including Sam. But then one year, Cassie finds an envelope with her name written on it from Tom, and it is a Christmas scavenger hunt that Tom had created for Cassie, and he used to do this for her every year, and this year was going to be the best one yet. And she's too scared to use it, like open it, because then that's it. That's the last piece of Tom that is gone, but she does do it, and it brings her all over the world and closer to Sam. And it says that she rekindles a lost love. So this will be a romance, and I'm excited for this one. It is not that much shorter than the last one. Actually, it looks a lot shorter, but the pages are really thin, and I am so excited to read this book. I really hope this is better than the last one. I really need something good, something Christmassy, especially considering how I was not a big fan of the last book I read. It was not as Christmassy as it said it was, but it's okay. So I've been reading downstairs in my living room there's the fire on, and the Christmas tree is on, and there's Christmas music playing, and it is like super windy outside. Like for a little bit it did snow today, which was pretty exciting, but it didn't like stick to the ground. And the house smells so good because my mom and I made pumpkin pie for Christmas. I'm just so excited. I love Christmas time, and I want this to put me more in the mood. I wish I read Christmas books earlier in December, but I did not go to Barnes & Noble until like the end of December, so that was sad, but we can start today, and I'm very excited for that. Merry Christmas Eve. I'm gonna do my first update on One Last Gift by Emily Stone. So I am currently on chapter 14, which is page 143, and let me just say, this book is so good. The book has spanned multiple years, and it follows Cassie and her brother Tom. They lost their parents when they were both very young, and so they kind of relied on each other, and they kind of created their own family, and they were really close with Tom's best friend Sam, and Cassie got a little crush on Sam. But now Tom has died, and Cassie is left all alone. But every year when he was alive, he used to do these little like Christmas scavenger hunts for Cassie, and this year was supposed to be the most crazy one yet, you know, taking her all over England and even like outside of the country to, you know, Wales and France and stuff like that. And for the longest time she does not want to do it because this is like her last piece of Tom, and she's worried that once she does this, that's it, because this is like his last gift, the last thing he did for her. But you know, one day she decides, you know what, I'm just gonna do it, and she does it, and it brings her back to Sam, all this fun stuff. So again, as I mentioned, I'm on page 143, chapter 14, and this book is so good. So I did not know this, but this is apparently Emily Stone's debut novel, and so far this book is really good. And I like the characters, I love their relationships. I feel like she did a really good job of making you really care about Tom as a character, but also Tom and Cassie as siblings and their relationship together. Like she really made you feel so much for him in like 80 pages. And I feel like that was just so good. Like you really could tell the impact he left on other people. I also did not know this was dual perspective until we randomly got a chapter from, or 2 chapters from Sam, and I like it. I like also seeing Sam's perspective on things. So far it's really good. She just decided to do the scavenger hunts, like she just read her first clue, and so far it's really good. I really like Cassie, I really liked Tom, I really like Sam. I mean, Sam has definitely made some mistakes up until this point, but you definitely see that he does regret his mistakes and feel really bad for what he's done. I also love Cassie's best friend Hazel. She's just a very supportive and loving friend. She's that type of person that's like, I don't care, like whatever you do, I'll be there for you. Like she gives like Cassie suggestions of what she thinks Cassie should do, but she's like, obviously if you are not comfortable with doing it, I'm not going to push you. I just want you to know that I'm always here for you and I always support you no matter what. And I feel like you need a friend like that in your life. And so far it's really good. I'm really excited to see where it goes, and I'm like almost halfway done. This book is really good. I really recommend it if you're in a Christmas mood. It's definitely more Christmassy than the last book I read, and I really think I could finish this before the end of tomorrow. So we'll see how this book progresses. It is the day after Christmas, but I did finish One Last Gift by Emily Stone last night. I sat down and I had over 150 pages left or something, I don't know, and I just finished it in one sitting. It was so good. I loved it so much. I gave it 5 stars. I really like how, like, even though there's romance in it, this definitely is not a romance, but it is like a Christmas book, and the romance was kind of like a subplot, but I didn't mind that. I liked how the main focus was really Cassie and the relationship with her brother Tom and that kind of stuff. I really enjoyed it. I thought that was really nice. Thing, I like the people that Cassie surrounded herself with. Like, I loved her friend Hazel, and I also loved her co-worker. I think his name was Josh. I forget what his name was, but he was also like a really good friend to her, and I really think that this is a really good book to read. It does not take place all during Christmas, but it's like it's like a Christmas gift, so like it's Christmassy the entire time, and it does end on Christmas Eve, I think. It's such a good book. I really enjoy it. I really think this is a really good book to pick up. The writing was so good. I really loved Emily Stone's writing, and this was also her debut novel, so not only is her writing really good, but this was also the first book she's ever written. But I'm really glad I did pick this up, and I'm glad I was able to read some Christmas books during the Christmas season, even though especially the first one was not especially what I was looking for and hoping it would be, but I really did feel like I ended on a solid with One Last Gift. It definitely was not like a typical rom-com romance that you might expect, but she didn't like hide that in the description. Like, you do know the plot of this book is that she's going on a scavenger hunt that her brother made for her, and it's kind of a way for her to grieve his passing. But it was such a good book. I really recommend it, and I really enjoyed reading these 2 Christmas books. So thank you for watching, and I will hopefully post more often now that I'm home for the holidays. But thank you for watching.